Welcome to another episode of It's Debatable NBA Edition. I'm your host, Justin Jones, here with co-host Sebastian Pluvios. The return of Jalen Green. He's back in studio, ready to talk that madness. How y'all been?
Yeah, I'm Gucci.
Chilling.
Everyone's good?
Yes, sir.
I'm Gucci.
Jalen, you haven't been here for almost a month.
Yeah.
We thought that he's gonna have to replace you. It was Seb's idea. It
I
wasn't
don't know.
mine.
I just had
So
other stuff going on, so
Okay.
everything's good now. Everything's settled.
everything
You feel me?
solid?
Yeah. Everything.
You ready to get back to work?
Welcome
Yeah.
back, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just dive right into it. We all seen the news that made the headlines revolving around the Milwaukee Bucks. They fired their coach mid-season. The last time we sort of seen something like this was when the Cleveland Cavaliers fired David Blatt. Middle of the season, brought on Tyronn Lue, won the NBA championship. Adrian Griffin was let go after a record of 30-13. That was good enough for second in the East at the moment. Jalen, I'll start with you. What do you make of the Adrian Griffin firing?
I definitely feel like it makes sense, but at the time it kind of threw everybody off guard. I definitely feel like specifically, just to the start of the season for the Bucks, everything was kind of red flagging with the coach and everything. Even you see clips of, Giannis having like discussion with him on the bench, Bobby Portis with the players only meeting and everything. I definitely feel like he couldn't grab the locker room, especially just being a first time coach, coaching a team like the Milwaukee Bucks. Usually first time coaches have a younger group that's more open to listen and more, open to discipline and everything. But when you have a championship squad and bringing in a new coach who, hasn't been a head coach before, but has been an assistant coach for Nick Nurse and been on that championship squad, it's different, when you're an assistant coach compared to a head coach. So I definitely feel like him getting fired, specifically, it made sense as well because just even looking at the season, like of all the players, if you look at from all the Eastern Conference teams, like nobody on their team is struggling. Like from the Celtics, nobody's really struggling. The 76ers, everybody's really playing well. I definitely feel like, the Milwaukee Bucks are doing great, but their players specifically, like last season, Brook Lopez was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. You're not seeing that this season. We keep saying Chris Middleton has to ramp it up. Like he's getting there, but it's like some inconsistencies. I really feel like Damian Lillard is having one of his worst shooting seasons as well, shooting like 42% like from the field and like 30% like from the 3-point line. So I definitely feel like everybody's kind of having like a rough patch or like just a solid season. For, a team that's second in the East, they should be playing way more better, like individually as a whole. And also, too, I just feel like, going into it, like their schedule is fairly easy. But now going into the ramp up, I definitely feel like they're going to need like somebody to really grab the locker room, which, I feel like Doc Rivers is a good candidate for it. I just feel like he's dealt with like those personalities with KG, Kawhi, PG, James Harden, and everybody in Embiid. So I definitely feel like he's just used to handling those personalities.
So,
To me, this firing was justified just off the strength of how the team has looked. The record might not show it. You might see it and say, "Oh, 30-13, that's not bad. Why he got fired?" But you got to look at the way they're winning games, the personnels, the schemes. To start things off, the Milwaukee Bucks defense have plummeted from years past. When I look at it, the Milwaukee Bucks has always been an elite defensive team in the league. But this year, it looks like they can't really guard nobody. They're allowing a lot of points. I don't know if just the addition of Damian Lillard, who's never been really a defensive player, but in the same sense too, and also on the other end of the floor on the offensive side, when I look at this Bucks team, they're winning off of the straight talent. Like they're winning off the strength of talent and identity of that they had in past years with the Mike Budenholzer system that they've built throughout the years. So I feel like they're banking off of that. Also, when I look at it too, a guy like Doc Rivers might bring in some more, championship pedigree or championship DNA type of inspiration to the locker room. Because when I look at it, this new coach and Adrian Griffin, he didn't really, he is his first year. He might have to say so. Like players might look at him and like, yo, you don't know what you're talking about. Like the way we ran with Budenholzer, like for me, it got us a championship. You're trying to change things up a little. You want to have the say so, but like players are not following along. You don't have the voice of the locker room. And a guy like Doc Rivers is going to demand the voice of a locker room because he had that experience. So when I look at it now, 30-13 is not bad. Second place in the East, and that's damn near any coach would want to have have that. But it's just what you're seeing within those games. And like, feel me, especially a year where you want to win it all, where you feel like you have the talent within Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, you don't want no setbacks to where just like, yo, we did not win a playoff series based on coaching and adjustments. So I feel like this move was warranted just to have somebody that knows the right personnels and just to know to put the players in the best position to win. And I think that's what Doc Rivers is going to bring to this team. I think he's definitely going to address the things on the defensive end too, have better schemes, put guys in better position to where they can shadow a guy like Damian Lillard to where it's not like he's getting cooked on offense. On defense, every single trip down the line. So when I look at this, I think that this team definitely pulled the plug very quick, but it was warranted.
This was interesting to see, in my personal opinion. First, let me say, when the organization hired Adrian Griffin, it was before Damian Lillard, so I can give them that little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But from what I'm seeing, they're 30-13. Are they the best defensive team? No, they're not. But a lot of these teams in the East that are better defensively than them, they're not second seed. So I don't think we could just sit here and act like Adrian Griffin did everything wrong. Now, was he the perfect fit? We gotta really ask the players that, because if that's really what it's gonna come down to. I would rather have Giannis Antetokounmpo just came out and said, I don't fuck with him like that. Because I see when it happened, they tried to say this wasn't really a Giannis decision. It has to be a Giannis decision, because any player you trade for, any coach you hire, any coach you fire, anything you're going to do with that organization, you're going to speak to Giannis and Antetokounmpo. And we heard the reports a couple weeks ago. I think he didn't want to sub out of a game or something like that. We seen Bobby Portis. It was after a loss, I think.
I think it was after the play-in. Not the play-in,
around that time,
the cup, the in-season tournament they just had. I feel like I heard something about how Bobby and Adrian got into it.
Right. So we definitely heard that. So I'm pretty sure there was probably more behind the scenes. If you don't like a coach, I understand that, but I don't like the narrative now. We're just gonna make it seem like he was this worst defensive coach, and they were one of the worst in the East, and they were second seed. I seen the Detroit Pistons lose 57 straight games. No one was calling for Monty Williams to be fired and had talent on his roster. So I think this is just very unfair to Adrian Griffin. Another thing, Seb, you know this, Jalen, you know this. We've all played basketball up here, not on the highest level of anything, but we've played basketball. You have to want to play defense.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers is not going to come inside this locker room and make Damian Lillard a defender. Make Malik Beasley a defender. They're going to have to want to play defense. So I don't care what coach. They could bring back Phil Jackson. They can call Pat Riley from Miami to come down and coach the team. They could bring in Doc Rivers. That's not going to make certain players want to play defense. So I'm a little confused on what's really about to happen with this Doc Rivers experiment. We can talk about his previous couple teams he was on and their playoff experiences. Did he win a championship in Philadelphia? Because if he did, I didn't see it.
Nah.
He won?
No, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that part.
Okay, so hold on.
His resume don't speak, but it's better than Adrian Griffin. So I guess that's why they did.
Because Adrian Griffin doesn't really have a resume.
Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying.
it's like a very mixy resume versus one who just doesn't have one. I mean, I get it. He's a veteran coach, been around the league, been a player, all that. I understand that. I'm a fan of Doc Rivers. I wanted him to coach the Lakers before they hired Darvin Ham. I have no problem with Doc Rivers. But numbers and percentages just don't lie. Like Rivers is 16-33 in playoff games to where the team already has 3 wins already. That's a 32%. So let's reverse it. Before Philly, the Clippers, did he win a championship there?
Nah, it was up 3-1-2 against the Denver Nuggets in the bubble.
Was the team not talented enough?
Oh, they were talented, yeah.
He didn't get it done. He hasn't won a championship since 2008. That's over a decade ago. So I'm just on the stance that if you were going to fire Adrian Griffin, at least wait till the offseason, because let's see how he performs in the playoffs.
I think with them, though, it's like a timetable thing. It's just like they're in a we need to win now.
Explain this timetable.
So since they fired Adrian Griffin after a record of 30-13, it was like, oh shit, like feel me, like all right, this team is like, feel me, they could address a couple things here and there, they could tweak some stuff after the All-Star break, but they really just pulled the plug and said, this is not the coach for us. Let's get a coach that knows personnel, so that when we get into the playoffs, we have the right adjustments, we have the right sets and defensive schemes.
So is this about his relationship with the players, or is this about defense?
I think it's a mixture of everything. Because if you don't have the voice of the locker room, how you expect your guys to follow to what you're saying? How you expect them to go out there and say, all right, we got your back, coach? And I think that's the same thing.
They're not getting paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to perform.
Bro.
Not need the coach to get them. I understand. A coach to me is important. I'm not saying it's not.
And you're the biggest coach advocate out here.
I don't know, but I'm saying you still have to want to play.
But listen, though, at the end of the day,
you have to want to play defense.
They want to play, but I guess in this situation, it's just like, yo, this nigga don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. It has to be that point to where it's just like, yo, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
But I heard, I'm gonna let you go, Jalen. I heard that they went back to some of those old defensive schemes that they were using under what's his name again?
Budenholzer.
Under Mike Budenholzer. And it was still bad. So it's like, what is Doc Rivers going to do? That's my main question. You fired Adrian Griffin, you fired him. You picked up Doc. What is he gonna do?
No, I definitely feel like, specifically more than coaching, I just feel like Doc Rivers commands the respect of the superstars and everything. I just feel like just the team as a whole, it's not even from Giannis. It's just Giannis, Bobby Portis. I even seen Brook Lopez have fits. You feel me? Like, I just feel like as a whole, like you just want some stability to where, all right, like everybody feels comfortable in that locker room. I just feel like nobody really feels comfortable with that Adrian Griffin in that coaching realm. And also too, we talk about like 30-13. Like they still haven't played teams like the Clippers, like the Lakers. Like they haven't faced these top.
They've had the easiest schedule.
Yeah, they haven't.
I'll give you that point.
They haven't played these top contenders. And even the game before he got fired, they were having like close games with the Detroit Pistons, as you said. Like it's just like, and I seen in that game, Giannis even took a piece of paper and a pencil himself and drew up plays because it's like he was getting frustrated himself, and you could see everybody getting frustrated. So
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who co-signed this hiring of Adrian Griffin?
Giannis.
Yeah, I would say Giannis. Yeah,
he was in that interview with a
give him time,
with a book
man.
and a pen.
Can we see in the play? Yeah, I'm just saying you co-signed this. You didn't have to hire him. They could have got Nick Nurse. No, you wanted Adrian Griffin.
But that's the thing. They were gonna hire Nick Nurse, and Giannis said, "I don't want Nick Nurse."
He wanted Adrian Griffin. So now you can't. You're second in this. You can't even give him to the playoffs.
But that's kind of contradictory because that Adrian Griffin was an assistant under Nick Nurse. So it's like I don't want Nick Nurse. I want the assistant. So
you don't want the man with the philosophy. You want the man that followed the philosophy and have studied it.
And then now I understand last time they was in the playoffs, they played the Heat. Giannis got hurt. I understand that. He came back in that series. They had this great defense. They lost.
Yeah. But even to the point, I think we're sweeping over. Like, if all of this was going to happen, then why did you fire Mike Budenholzer in the first place?
That's what I'm
that
saying.
Was the confusing part about it too.
Whole defense, all these
and not to get a better coach too. That's the thing. You got a coach that's under him.
Giannis is gonna, and I'm not letting Giannis off the hook. He's gonna hide from all these narratives that he created. He does not fuck with Adrian Griffin. That's fine if you don't fuck with somebody. I'm not saying you just have to like every person you meet, but you co-signed on this. This is your team. You gotta ride this out because it's not guaranteed what Doc. So now if they lose in the first round, then what?
They lose in the second round, bro. Off the Doc Rivers history, I see they lose in the second round.
No, I'm just saying hypothetically, if they were to lose in the first round, so now
they're gonna put on Doc Rivers, and the narrative's already. Yo, hear me out. I'm watching this shit. All the ESPN reporters, everyone is saying if Doc Rivers don't get it done with this team, then this is his last time coaching this shit. No. Bro, you're throwing in the man, and the thing is, I know Doc Rivers already. He's like, feel me? He's shit when it comes to the playoffs, bro. Second round, and that's his max. But this year, I am not. No, there's no way in hell you could blame Doc Rivers if this team underachieves this year, bro. I'm not letting Doc Rivers be the scapegoat because there's so much things wrong with this team. It started from Adrian Griffin hiring and the defense and the personnel too. We talked about you can't have people play defense like you can't make them want to play defense. Damian and Malik Beasley, even off the bench, Cameron Payne, none of these niggas can play defense, bro. It's the personnel, it's the GM that got to trade these players to get the right defensive personnel, the right personnel in this team. So the team is as much as accountable, the GM's as much as accountable as Adrian Griffin is, as everyone else is around this team. It's the whole organization. That's what it comes down to.
Couldn't say it better, bro.
What really happened was that they went sometimes in the offseason, these teams, they roll the dice. Sometimes they go all in. They rolled the dice on Damian Lillard. You know, they went all in. So now you're realizing y'all just not the same defensive team because at the point of attack, Drew Holiday was just a better defender than Damian Lillard. That's just it. All these schemes, all that, you still got Giannis Antetokounmpo down there. Jay Crowder just came back. You still have Brook Lopez down there.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard is the one really getting cooked. It's just like
And
he
if
has
it's
to
not
be a
Dame
better
Lillard, then it's
defender.
Malik Beasley, then it's campaign. Then we could have thrown there Pat Connaughton, man. And the thing is, we spoke about this earlier this season too. This is what he wanted. He wanted to be in a chance to win a championship. And now that the media's out there, now there's a lot. The light is brighter now on Milwaukee. Now that you're there, this ain't Portland no more, bro. There's expectations this year, especially when you're playing with a star that already won a championship. There's expectations, bro. So I don't like how like the NBA trying to like cover this up or like not even trying to address the defense. It's just Adrian Griffin. Then we go out the next game, we start dancing around in the line. Hey, he's fired. Nah, bro, that's weak, bro. That's a
Yeah,
weak
if they
mind
were
team.
dancing because they just got a black man fired, that's crazy.
You're
Like,
like, what
that's
the
crazy.
fuck?
Giannis is not looking good as a leader right now. I just gotta call it out. You didn't make the right decisions in the offseason because you didn't really bring in the right personnel. And meaning that going off this defensive narrative, because I thought the team was just fine. The regular season's only gonna tell so much. We have to see, just like with the Celtics, they fired Ime Udoka. You have to see what Joe Mazzulla could do in the playoffs.
Yeah. But even that too, I don't want to stay on the defense. I just feel like the team in general doesn't have an identity. I can't say the Bucks are a good blank team. Like again, like all these teams are good at something. I can't like when it gets to crunch time, it seems like they just freelance and
It's
let
off
Damian.
talent,
It's
yeah.
just Damian Lillard, let him do his thing. I can't say like the Bucks are a good blank team. I can't say they're a good defensive team. I'm hesitant to say offensive because Giannis and Dame don't really work together as much as I would like. And it's not like I can't say it. It's just the identity as the Bucks. So I definitely feel like bringing Doc Rivers, you can at least have an identity as a team that, hey, each and every night, this is what we're going to do. Like,
So
from
Doc,
there. So,
Doc Rivers as a head coach, what's his identity?
I mean, he
It's
like,
superstar oriented to me. Sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off, but it's
yeah.
superstar oriented to me. What I've seen is I feel like he's going to enforce the pick and roll with how James Harden and Joel Embiid had that 1-2 punch going to, and might add on like a guy like Chris Middleton. I feel like that's what he's trying to initiate. Because remember, he's been watching these games. He's been on the sideline, so he's probably looking like, yo, I would do this differently if I was Adrian Griffin. So he's probably
he
looking.
snaked Adrian Griffin because he was the.
They
Doc
talked about it
Rivers was
too.
the
They said that they've
consultant
been
of
in
the team.
Dave was talking about it. I seen the reports that said how they've been in like contact with him. So how would you feel about coming back to like this position? So feel me? They probably knew in the back of their head that it was writing on the wall already.
Did
That,
Doc Rivers throw Adrian Griffin under the bus?
no, they didn't. They spoke about it, but he's not the one. What he's gonna say? No, I don't want to coach a job.
Everyone was saying Doc Rivers was the consultant of this team. So if things not going well, they consulted him. Then you fire him. So what? They didn't ask his opinion on it.
Yeah, what he's gonna say? No, I don't want to coach a job. He's like, I could do a better job than what he's doing right now. Ain't no snake, bro. It's just this is how business works, man. If you're not getting it done to where the organization likes
But it
or
was
where they
getting
feel
it done
comfortable,
because they were the second seed and the playoffs haven't started yet. So they were getting it done.
yeah, but I mean,
on a mediocre level, like compared to what we've seen as far, like feel
We
me?
seen Monty
They're-
Williams lose 37 games straight, bro, and his
Bro,
job is just.
look at. Does he have a Giannis on his team?
I understand that, Seb. I said 37 straight losses, not 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying, does he have a Giannis on the team? Does he have a Dame Lillard on his team? You don't
Alright,
have
yeah.
these players
So,
on these
okay,
teams,
it was
bro.
warranted for them to go on a losing streak.
Yes.
Because of their roster now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
But even on that flip side, like if you're a head coach and you're consulting with another one, it's like, why am I hiring you if you're just gonna consult with him? I'd rather just hire him. Like if you don't know what to do and you're asking him, like I'd rather just hire him, like type shit. So it's like
Ain't no really snake,
like
bro.
when
'cause
have you ever heard a head coach consulting someone that's not a head coach? Or even on your staff, like you're not even consulting your
Yeah, with the
assistant
assistant coaches.
You're going outside of your staff
To somebody
and your
that's a
players
commentator on
to
ESPN.
Exactly.
Yo.
So it's like I'd rather just hire him. Like, come on, like.
All right.
Nah, but
let's
shout out to
just-
Adrian
let's
Griffin though
just
for his short stay though. Like, feel me? I wish him nothing but the best of luck though.
wrongfully fired. Wrongfully fired.
Maybe
because
he
it-
gets another chance with a younger team. Who knows?
I'm just saying now I'm gonna be locked in on the playoffs because if this team does not reach the Eastern Conference Finals, I want to see who's about to be the scapegoat.
Doc Rivers, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Because that's disgusting, bro.
So if Doc Rivers don't get them to the conference finals, at least is he off the hook, or is the pressure on him now?
They're not gonna fire Doc Rivers. Like that'll be. There's no way you bring him mid-season, then they're gonna fire him in the all season. Then you're gonna bring in who? Mike Budenholzer. like I'm
at this point, bring back Mark Jackson, bro. Bring back Mark Jackson, bro.
They're not bringing back Mark Jackson. He's been blackballed out of the NBA, like a lot of black people. I'm just saying what's supposed to be going on. But I don't really have anything else to say about the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm disgusted with this franchise. I'm actually about to switch my pick. Like, no, I'm serious. I don't like what's going on. Like upstairs on the floor. I don't like anything right now. I'm disgusted with this franchise. Matter of fact, right now I'm switching my pick. Philadelphia 76ers go to the NBA Finals.
Oh, shit.
And I'm locking it down right now. Remember I said this? It's going to be on film. I'm tired of the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm disgusted. I'm just disgusted, bro. But, you got anything else? So
for it.
Let's move on to a player in the Western Conference who also made some headlines for some quotes that he said. I call him Mr. Twitter Fingers, Mr. Burner account. That's Mr. Kevin Durant. Simple question. Seb, I'm going to start with you. Should Kevin Durant be considered in the GOAT conversation?
No. The GOAT conversation is really limited down to this two people, which is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Based on their history and their background and all their accomplishments, there's just everybody else they're great players. They're on a list of like top 10, top 15, top 20 players of all time. But if you talk about the greatest of all time, there's only two names that's come out, and that's LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Those who's really done it by themselves. And when I say that, I'm not trying to take a shot at KD, but bro, you literally switched teams to a team that was 73-9 to win 2 championships, bro. And just doing that alone just takes you out. Because if you want to be in that GOAT conversation, you have to be the man that says, yo, I'm going to take this team, the team I got right now, we're going to win a championship, we're going to, I'm going to win an MVP, I'm going to win finals MVP, and I'm going to do it off the strength of me. Not off the strength of the greatness of Stephen Curry, the unanimous 2-time MVP, not the strength of Klay Thompson, the backup shooter, that's a great shooter of all time, not the strength of Draymond Green or Andre Iguodala. That team was already established. So when you think about a GOAT conversation, Michael Jordan three-peated twice with the same team, and he did off the strength of him 6 times final MVPs here and there too. KD, he has an MVP, he has 2 rings, but it doesn't solidify somebody to be the GOAT. LeBron James, he won for 3 different organizations. He's 3 different organizations, 3 finals MVPs, multiple
4 finals MVP.
4 finals MVP, my fault, bro.
Calm down. Don't start
all time,
tweaking.
yo, chill, bro. Like,
sorry,
I'm actually giving your man's credit,
just
bro.
Don't start. So say it correctly. 4-time finals and not 3. We did that 3 years ago. Like, come on, bro.
All right, you got it. But just off the strength of that. So when I look at that and plus all-time leading scorer in points, though, when we talk about the greatest all time, we talk about longevity, we talk about just the success of winning. And when you want to be the greatest all time, you got to win. I'm talking about like championships. Championships matter when you talk about the GOAT conversation. And Jordan has 6 of them. LeBron has 4 of them things, bro, by themselves in finals MVP. Them 2, feel me? I'll give you your credit. You definitely was doing your thing throughout the whole playoffs, but it's just in a situation where you were the man on that team, but you wasn't really the man to where just like we live and die by Kevin Durant, though. So that's the only reason why I can't have him. He's a great player of all time. Don't get me wrong. Top 10, top 15, wherever you want to rank him. KD's going to be one of the best scorers to ever play the game. Somebody that's always going to be solidified in his career. And I'm not taking nothing away from what you did in your career. But at the same time, I got to just be the one to say, bro, there's only 2 definitive people that you could put up there for the GOAT. And that's all I can really say.
Jalen?
I'm going to disagree. Honestly, and to be honest, I feel like, and I'm gonna say this specifically. I feel like when we talk about GOAT specifically, there's a difference between having a great career and then individually as a player. There's players singularly are talented, and again, I'll say this again. Kevin Durant, like, throughout my whole time watching basketball, is a top 3 player I ever seen play basketball, period. There's nothing that he can't do on the floor. He could post up, score on 3 levels, defend at a high level, play make. There's nothing he cannot do as a basketball player in itself. Now, if you want to take a notion at his career and the choices that he made, okay, cool, and you don't want to make him a GOAT for that and his decisions, cool. But as a player on the basketball court, I've seen him be the best player in too many situations to not say, to at least have a conversation. Like, he's at least in a conversation to me. Like, at least as a player. Now, if you want to argue the career, you can argue the career. And I definitely feel like, this man has averaged 25 plus points, 16 straight seasons, except for his rookie season. So he came in the league averaging 25 points per game each year. Like, you feel me? And he's still going on at his age right now. So I definitely feel him as a player, like, we harp on him because of the decision, but even to me in that decision, and I had to talk to somebody about it too, like, not too many people can go to the best team ever with a unanimous MVP and then automatically be a number one option for that team. And then on that same year, average 31 in the finals against one of the best players in the NBA. So it's not too many people that you could put in Kevin Durant position and they could do that same exact thing. So I just feel like as a player individually, like, Kevin Durant deserves to be in the GOAT conversation. But again, if you want to take it as career-wise, I understand, but he wouldn't be because, again, like Seb said, there's the Jordans, there's LeBrons, there's the Kobe Bryants that have better careers, like, as what they accomplished. But I feel like individually as a player himself, like, Kevin Durant could, in my eyes, could be considered one of the GOATs.
All right, well, you're wrong. Kevin Durant's not in this GOAT conversation. To Seb's point, it's 2, maybe max 3 people if you want to throw in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Sure. I thought Kobe Bryant before I throw in KD. RP Kobe too.
It's just that I understand what you're saying, Jalen. Kevin Durant's a great basketball player. Like, if you're at the park, you might pick him up maybe before LeBron James, just due to the fact he could shoot the 3 ball, the long wingspan, 7-footer, could pull up from 30. We get what he can do, but Jalen, if you're talking about the GOAT conversation, your career has to matter. You can't just throw away someone's career and just talk about players, because then Kyrie Irving's the greatest of all time. Like, Kyrie's a skillful player, great handle, finish on both sides of the basket, shoot the 3 ball, shoot the free throw. There's a lot of great players with great skill sets. But with that great skill set, you have to produce and be a number one option on your team, clear cut, win multiple MVPs, not just one. I'm talking about the greatest of all time.
Yeah, that's not a word to be taken lightly, though.
This is like when we had the conversation in the car and we were talking about rappers. We talking about, well, who's the legend? And I forgot who you said, and I'm like, no way. You can't just take that word and just use it all willy-nilly just for any person that you like. Like, legend, great. These words are prestige, like, they mean something. Kevin Durant is not on that level. What he did in OKC was disgusting, bro.
Disgusting?
He was up 3-1, bro.
Yeah, that.
If you got this great skill set, close the deal.
Fucked me up, man. My senior year. And y'all know how I'm an OKC fan. I was an OKC fan during that whole time period. That year really meant more because especially, like, this is the last year that's free agent contract. Being up 3-1 matters, especially a team that's 73-9, and we did not close the deal, bro. I can't forget that type of stuff because hardware matters to me too. But if you're gonna be in that GOAT conversation, the greatest of all time has to have, like, real hardware, real chips to where you're the man and what solidified you in your career. What is your definitive moments that really took you over that hump to, like, yo, maybe we got to throw him in that conversation. Beating that team, if he beat that team and lost in the finals, you could even put him in that notion where it's like, yo, he took down one of the greatest teams. When we talk about LeBron and he got that championship in Cleveland, people started to say, yo, he might be the GOAT. Because you beat a 73-9 team and you were down 3-1 against all odds. Storylines matter too. When people say that, oh, they're just narratives. The narratives matter in that situation because that's the adversity that you had to face to get over the hump, to solidify yourself as greatness. Kevin Durant hasn't shown me, like, feel me, what anything he did to get over the hump. All he did was add himself to a great team and, be the best player on that team, and average 30 in the finals. But it wasn't no real adversity. You got to struggle for what you want in order to make your story better. Michael Jordan lost how many times to the Pistons in his younger career? And feel me, he couldn't get over that hump. So when he did and he got over that hump, he never looked back. He went 6-0 no matter what happened. We talk about the flu game. We talk about just even in Utah, game 6 on the line, never forcing the game 7. Those shits matter. So, like, feel me, some type of lines or, like, feel me, have to matter too.
Right. So to Seb's point, those moments matter in your career. I was saying he lost that 3-1. That or everyone loses. So I'm not gonna hold that against him. But you go to the team you lost to that, to Seb's point, had the MVP. They had a great team already. 73-9, bro, the best record Wait, right?
The best record
the
ever
best
in the
record
NBA.
of all time. So in the offseason, you go there. Kevin Durant was great in the NBA Finals. His numbers are ridiculous. But Jalen, how much easier is that when you have the best shooting backcourt of all time on the court with you at the same time, to where the defense has to focus on them too? You already know how Stephen Curry plays the game of basketball. All the back screens, running around all the time. We heard the stories that Matthew Dellavedova had to been hospitalized after playing against him because just due to all the condition, the running around, and all that. You add Kevin Durant with that amazing skill set. Jalen, did you think in your mind there was, and please don't lie, there was a team that was going to beat them?
No.
So how does that prove his greatness? Just explain that right there.
So to me, like I said, like, again, his decision is his decision. But like I said, other superstars have their decisions and made their decisions as well.
Ask you a question though, bro.
Right,
Can you stay right there? Forgot the player. Talking about Kevin Durant.
What's up?
How does that prove his greatness if the 2 championships he won,
got you. So
the team had a stacked deck?
No, but like I
and
said,
no team was going to beat them.
but like I said, there's literally not even 5 people that can go to the best team ever and become the number one option.
Durant?
I'm talking about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant
I don't care
was
if you start yelling either.
I'm saying I don't.
All right, so go ahead.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm
yelling.
talking about Kevin Durant specifically. Again, there's not. I can't even say there's not even 4 people in the NBA, like in history, that can go to a greatest team. Like legit, like think about this. Like if it, like, let's say this was the Chicago Bulls, and like there's not one superstar that can go to the Chicago Bulls and overtake Michael. Like, you feel me? Like, to go to a 73 winning team with the unanimous MVP in Stephen Curry, and you come in and Stephen Curry says, that's our number one option. That proves that you're great. Like, that's greatness in itself.
No one's saying he's not great.
But that's greatness.
No one's saying he's not great.
Though, it doesn't justify. It don't justify that.
What did you just ask me?
I'm asking, how does that prove his greatness?
His greatness.
If the team was stacked already, no one's gonna beat them. What are you proving to anybody? That's the whole point. What are you proving to anybody? No one was going to beat them.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just 73-9, bro. The team was already great. So, like, feel me, greatness is already there, though.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
But you're adding a top 3 player. He finished top 3 in the MVP voting last year, too. A guy that averaged 30 in his sleep, though. That's not, feel me, that's not greatness. That's just making shit unfair. That's unfair, bro. That's a guy that he don't need to move without the basketball. He don't need to do nothing.
Does competition not matter?
Yeah, like, I understand.
Where's the adversity?
But you're throwing that away.
No, I'm not I'm not throwing. Y'all have personal feelings about his decision.
I don't have personal feelings.
I'm just calling what it is. If we want to talk about go,
basketball sports, it's competition.
Because at the end of the day,
if you stack the deck and no team can beat you, you're playing on the highest level of basketball. What competition is that? That's not a personal feeling. That's everyone.
That's a fucking all-star game, bro. That's an all-star game, bro. Come on now, that's an all-star game, bro. You have 4 to 5 all-stars on the team, bro. It's gonna be a little bit easier, of course, bro. It's a walk through in the park, bro. But at the same time, though, some shit gotta matter at that.
We seen LeBron. I forgot which finals it was, but that same KD Warriors team. LeBron have one of the greatest performances I've ever seen. The J.R. Smith game. Oh, LeBron was on one. You remember the game? Oh, crazy performance. But my point I'm trying to make, there's no room for error. Mm-hmm. Does one J.R. Smith play, the game's over. There's no room for error. That's not competition, bro.
And we're talking about, sorry to cut you off, just one more thing and I got you. And then we're talking about a team that damn near should have 3-peated, a fucking dynasty that could have 3-peated. The only thing that stopped them was a Kevin Durant, Achilles tear, and Klay Thompson. Other than that, they was 3-peating, bro.
2 of their best players had to get hurt for them to actually lose with that team.
And it took, what, a game 6? And it still went to game 6, bro. So really think about it. That's just the greatness of the team, too. So when we're saying that, we know Kevin Durant's great. Kevin Durant is an automatic player anywhere because he's the second best player behind LeBron his whole career. It wasn't until Stephen Curry started breaking out to where we talk about is Stephen Curry the best player in the NBA, but Kevin Durant is still a top 3 player in the NBA.
But hold on real quick, and then Jalen, you have the floor, I promise. We talked about Michael Jordan, the bad boy Pistons, all that. They was beating him. He couldn't get over the hump. Let's say Jordan went to the Detroit Pistons. How would that be proving his greatness? Like, the team would just be what other team was gonna beat them then?
It's over with.
Like, but would that have proved his greatness? I'm asking you.
Again,
yes or no?
I guess not, bro. But
for
again,
KD it does.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Again, when I started off my statement saying, as a player, Kevin Durant himself, there's nothing that he cannot do on a basketball court. Great. And again, when I'm watching basketball, he's one of the best players I ever seen play basketball. Now, if you have a feeling about his career and certain things sway you to say he may not be the great, cool. Okay, cool. But that's what I'm saying. As a player, you cannot sit here and act like Kevin Durant as a NBA player is not one of the greatest players in the NBA history. Like as a 7 foot, there's no one that can. There's no one that can replicate what Kevin Durant does at 7 feet. There's no one that we will ever see replicate any of that. Kevin Durant himself, as a basketball player, is one of the best basketball players ever to play basketball. Period. I'm gonna say this again. If you have a feeling about, okay, I can understand if you say he went to a 73 win team and that, he's not that great because he took the easy way out. Cool, whatever. Cool, that's fine, and I can accept that, and I can accept that. I can accept that as criticism because that's criticism. Cool, but also in my opinion, going to that team and being the first and number one option on the greatest team ever, which, like I said, there's not too many people that can go in there and be a number one option automatically like that. To me, that's how I take it as, and that's my opinion about it. That's not, and I'm not refuting your guys' statement about anything. That's just how I feel. To play, on a great team like that and come out as a number one option where the unanimous MVP says this is our number one option, that weighs a lot to me. Again, we could difference in opinion, but we're not going to sit here and act individually. Kevin Durant is not one of the best basketball players ever to play basketball. That's all I'm saying.
But I'm talking about
listen, we haven't done that, so I don't know why he keeps saying sitting up here acting like Kevin. I just said
I did not say anything directly. I'm just saying,
are we not?
And I'm saying in a general term. I'm not saying Justin and Seb. I'm just saying we as a collective. I'm talking to the audience and everybody. We're on It's Debatable podcast. I'm talking to the audience as well.
The audience is not going to agree with you.
Somebody is watching.
The audience is not going to agree with you.
If you're watching, and I'm talking to you as well, I'm not just talking to Justin and Seb. I'm talking to the audience as well.
The guy sitting up here, so I thought it was a sitting up here, not at home. My fault. This one.
Shout out to Kevin Durant. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so I wanted you to get all that out. So I just want to run this back. So because he has a great skill set and went to the best team ever with number one option, means he should be in the GOAT conversation. That's what you just said. So
that is not what I just said. Again, I'm going to repeat it one more time. You can say because of his skill set. I didn't say anything about him going to the best team. Like I said, cool. I'm just saying, his skill set alone, not what you just added on the next end. His skill set alone, in my opinion, makes him one of the greatest players ever to play basketball. Because again, as a player, we're saying the greatest player of all time. Like if it's a greatest player of all time, then okay. If you want to argue the greatest careers of all time, okay, he might not have the greatest careers of all time.
We're absolving careers just to make his point.
Hold on.
That's disgusting.
We're
really gonna absolve careers
to make a point. I got you, bro.
Hold on. Crazy.
Chill. I got you, bro.
That's fucking ridiculous to even say on camera. That's crazy.
You, bro.
Just forget career. Just skill set.
Yeah. All right. Hear me out. I get what you're saying. You said one of the greatest of all time, but we're talking about the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time, the man, the face of basketball. Again, that when you think about basketball, has done it all.
Okay. I see. I think we're getting the GOAT. The
GOAT is the man himself.
I get. From y'all definition, I see how y'all taking it as the GOAT.
He's one of the greatest.
I'm saying, if we go through all history of basketball, and I had to make one selection of a pick. Kevin Durant, I can argue Kevin Durant could be a number one pick.
Hell no, bro. Hell no.
But still, stop. Hold on, wait. That's not what the GOAT is.
To you, my nigga. That's your definition. That's your definition.
That's not the GOAT.
That's your definition.
No, bro.
That's your definition.
Careers have to matter, period.
In your definition.
No, that's all players. What are you
talking
about?
So if it was just off strength of players, bro, you know how much plays would be? A guy like Tracy McGrady would be there. There's no accolades or nothing involved. A guy would be like the GOAT. Stephen Curry would be like the GOAT.
Has to matter.
So you say wait. So even on that,
why do they bring up 6-0 in the finals just to say it? Because that's his career.
Okay, so
what?
okay, so if we're going off careers, then Kareem would be, or not, it wouldn't be an argument. Kareem wouldn't be the GOAT. Like I said, even in your statement, right? You brought up Tracy McGrady. So even though Tracy McGrady may have not accomplished much in his career, you're gonna say he's not one of the greatest players to play basketball?
He's a great player, but not one of the greatest. One of the greatest is it's a very light statement to even think about saying. It's too tough to put everybody in it. Not everybody could be at the top of that Mount Rushmore, bro. And you know that too, bro. It takes a lot, bro. It takes putting in pain. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me finish my statement. I got you, bro. It takes a lot to be in that great conversation. KD's one of the greatest, but to be the man, bro, to be the greatest or even put in that position, bro, you gotta do shit by yourself. You gotta be the man, bro. That man right there, Kobe Bryant, bro, he did shit himself, bro. He did 2 years with him back-to-back, bro, without no Shaq, bro, just to put himself up there in the conversation, bro. LeBron James, bro, did shit on his own, bro. Had to find a way to win, bro. 3-1, all types of shit just to make himself a winner, just to isolate himself from that conversation. Jordan had to do all that hard shit, bro. 6-0, bro, just to put himself up there in the status of himself, bro. KD's up there, bro, but there's other people that up there that put in as more pain, that put in more pain than any other players, bro, to put themselves up there. When they look at it, they said, I did this on my own terms. I'd have to go to Stephen Curry. I'd have to go to Klay Thompson, feel me? Those shits matter too, because even Stephen Curry, bro, he felt like he didn't live up to what he had to live up to because he never got that Finals MVP. So that's why that Finals MVP when he won 2 years ago, put him up there, bro. People start talking about, we got to talk about Steph in a different life, though, because he had to get it done himself. He has to be the reason. I'm the sole reason why we had to get this done, bro. So shit like that matters, though. You could be one of the greatest, but to be the man, bro, it takes a lot, bro. And you have to be the face, bro. You have to really put in pain your MVPs, bro. Hardware, all that shit matters. It's not just narratives, bro. It's what you do, bro. Yeah. What you do in your career create these narratives, bro.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not refuting against that point. Like, if that's how you again,
I can't
like
just put player skills, though.
Again, I'm not gonna refute it. Like, if that's how you feel, okay, like it's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna refute it. Like, I just think otherwise. That's fine. Like, we don't have to argue to where you're gonna nail it in my head that Kevin Durant is not. In my head, he's still gonna be one of the greatest players to play basketball.
I was arguing because what you said was stupid, but I want to ask a question. So, Kyrie Irving, is he in the GOAT debate?
No, he's not in the GOAT
debate. Can I ask why?
Because to me, I just feel like
champion.
Compared to Kevin Durant and like other players, I just feel like there's more greater players than Kyrie Irving, like individually. Like, I feel like he is very talented, but just I have other players a little bit like better than Kyrie Irving, like skill. Like, he is one of the best, but I have a lot of other people over him.
Yeah, because I understand where he's coming from, the skill wise and stuff. Like, I say one of the greats, but I don't take that, like, feel me? Just like, that's like saying who's the GOAT more than like Tom Brady, though. Like, feel me? You got to look at it, and accolades matter too, and that's why people say Tom Brady is the.
Like, you won't talk about football. Patrick Mahomes to me has a better skill set than Tom Brady, but Tom Brady's career, what he did, Patrick Mahomes has a better skill set. What does that mean? Patrick Mahomes is just better than Tom Brady? No, your career has to matter. So in the GOAT, it has to.
But even in
there's no negating that.
So even in that,
at all.
Okay, but even in that argument though, right? You would say Patrick Mahomes is a better player than Tom Brady, but Tom Brady has a better career than Mahomes, right?
But in that being a great player too. But I'm saying that he's not.
You just said Patrick Mahomes.
You have to put both into it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. Like, I split it that way. Like, you feel me? Like,
so yours is more based off a person's skill set than their career.
Yes, because we're saying greatest players of all time. Like, I'm not. You feel me?
You're playing and what you do is recorded.
To be the greatest, you have to have a resume. You have to have a resume to be considered.
So Kevin Durant doesn't have a resume?
Kevin Durant has a resume, but there's other players' resumes that goes down the line.
Over people though. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Tim
Magic Johnson,
but even in
Stephen Curry.
But even in those instances, we could just make this point. Well, you're gonna slight on Kevin Durant for playing with Stephen Curry and everything. I could just slight everybody for playing with other great players as well.
But that's not what it's about.
It's not what it's about. He stacked the deck. He stacked the deck. So that's different when somebody when somebody's drafted there and then somebody's already like
when you drafted it. That's
what I'm saying. Either way, everybody plays with great players. Period.
Right.
Everybody does.
But it's how you go about it, though.
That's what I'm saying. Again, with my point, if you want to take that, and I'm not going to refute it. If that's how you feel, that's cool. I'm not going to refute it. That's cool. But I don't take that in my consideration. That's it.
So a person with one MVP is in a conversation of the greatest of all time. One MVP.
And another
one.
And again, a person with 25 plus points, 16 straight seasons, which no one has ever done before, can also be in the conversation as well.
This is so disrespectful to the greats of all time. Like, this is insane.
You act like we're talking about Joe Smo. It's Kevin fucking Durant.
Insane.
Nah, he's one of the
We
greatest.
understand. We gave
But
him
my shit right here
he's
is
a top 10, top 15. I said he's also one of the greatest I've ever seen. We're just saying, I think Tyrese Maxey is great. Oh, he's one of the greatest of all time. No, like, he has to prove it.
You're talking about Tyrese Maxey, bro.
So no, any other player but KD, there's not gonna be a point now.
Like,
Not
any
player that's not KD now means nothing. I think he's great.
But you're saying
you
what
think
I said.
KD's great.
You said what I said was stupid and disrespectful. You
think
just brought up
you think
Tyrese
Jalen
Maxey in
Brunson
this
is great.
conversation, bro. Like what I said was stupid and disrespectful, but you just brought up Tyrese Maxey in this conversation, like
because
this
you
void,
just brought up the point you thought someone was great, so now they're the greatest of all time.
I didn't.
You said
Again,
one of the greats. I could agree.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
But I'm
Kevin
talking
Durant.
about the GOAT.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying
the
Kevin
question was
Durant
the
is
GOAT.
the greatest player of all time, but I'm saying to have a conversation about it, you can definitely have a conversation about it. That's all I'm saying. It's not like an automatic.
Who are you
no
gonna
to
be
me.
talking to? Because
It's
no
not
one's
a-
gonna sit there and listen to that bullshit, bro. Like, who are you? Like,
right.
what are you talking about? Who is he talking to with this conversation?
Yeah,
let's put KD in there.
But
like,
you sat here for 20 minutes listening to me make an argument about. You said who's gonna listen to it. You clearly listened to it. Both of y'all listened to it. So
we do a
what the
show
fuck are you
together.
talking about? Like, come on.
we do
Who's
a
gonna
show
listen to it?
together. Why would I not sit? We're supposed to leave when he was talking.
Okay,
We're doing
but-
a show. I have to sit here and listen.
Okay, but
it's stupid as shit.
Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
have
you
to
said
listen.
you said some bullshit about Tyrese Maxey. You see how short that conversation lived. We sat here for 25 minutes talking about Kevin Durant.
I'm bugging her.
You said who's gonna talk about it, nigga? We clearly had a 30-minute
we're
section
talking
about it. Like
that was
come
a
on.
hot topic.
Okay.
Oh shit, yo, that got me weak as hell, bro. I'm over
Like,
here. I'm
Bro,
sure
he's
I'm
moving the goalposts to make argument points.
I'm not
I don't like
moving
that,
the
bro.
goalposts. You said
did.
who would have a conversation
You
about it,
did.
and we're sitting here having
You
a
did.
conversation about it.
You did, bro.
All right, hear me out.
I'm bugging,
I mean, I
like-
respect your point of view. I'm not
That's what I'm
saying
saying,
like feel
like,
me.
I
Like
don't.
he's
And I
ever-
can, and again, I gotta keep on like saying this. I'm not refuting anyone's points. If you feel differently, that's cool. And this is my opinion, and I stand still on it. That's how I feel. Again,
Great, you're just wrong.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, like feel me. I respect the opinion,
Yeah,
bro. But
I
as something
I
I
just
could really
don't
sit
give
there
a
and
fuck.
argue with you. But feel me,
Exactly.
yeah, I can
Okay.
really sit there and argue with you
Again, and like I said, it's worth the conversation. You see
Yeah.
how we have it. It's worth a conversation. That's all I'm saying. It's not like a void conversation. Like I said.
If this wasn't hot in the media, we would not be talking about it right now.
But nah, in all seriousness, no, like shout out to Kevin Durant. Yeah, he's one of the great players to ever play the game, though. But I'm just gonna simply say the GOAT conversation is just solidified to a couple people, though. But there's no takeaway on Kevin Durant's career. Kevin Durant's a great player. You know, been in the game for like 15 years plus, doing this thing, still doing the thing at the highest level of all the adversities. You know, shout out to all the commentaries he had. This is not no disrespect on KD, but the GOAT conversation to me is just very tight to even just throw anybody in there.
Any more points, Jalen?
No. Shout out to Kevin Durant.
All right, so we're gonna move. We're gonna move on to the Eastern Conference. We all seen what happened with Terry Rozier, former Charlotte Hornet, spent a couple years there. Before that was in Boston. Had a steady career. I believe having one of his better seasons, averaging around 20 points per game. Traded to the Miami Heat. We spoke about the Heat last week, I believe.
No, we didn't speak. We went back and forth
Right,
about that.
saying that, you thought they needed to just really get over that hump, which you meant championship. We got into, we was really debating over a word. I think, what did you say? They wasn't consistent?
Consistent,
I
yeah.
took that to heart. We had a great debate, but they ended up making a trade. They got Terry Rozier, gave away Kyle Lowry. He did a lot for the Miami Heat. I do
Took a
feel
lot of charges.
like, hey man, just that veteran leadership, for
Facts,
those younger
facts.
dudes in the locker room. I think that's definitely helped Heat culture. He was the perfect guy. I'll start with Jalen. Just your reaction to the Terry Rozier trade.
I definitely feel like it. I understand the trade. It definitely makes sense for both sides. I definitely feel for the Heat. Getting Terry Rozier definitely adds another element of scoring. I watch. It adds another element of scoring. Losing like players like Max Schroeder and Gabe Vincent, you're definitely going to need more scoring, especially going against guards in the East when you have a Drew Holiday, a Dame Lillard that could, kind of fill it up at the playoff times to give you 20. I really feel like having Kyle Lowry, it wasn't to that same extent. You feel me? You could kind of, he's kind of more of a playmaker, getting, running the correct plays and making sure everybody's, good and set to go. But I definitely feel like adding Terry Rozier just has that scoring now. I definitely feel like they're going to take a step back playmaking. Like even when we watch the game today against the Knicks, you see like Bam Adebayo at the top of the key. You kind of see Tyler Hero trying to play make. Jimmy Butler's going to have to play make. So I definitely feel like the playmaking responsibility is going to have to be spread around. That I really feel like this wasn't a problem when you had Kyle Lowry, but yeah, that's the only thing I really feel about like the trade specifically, and I just hope hopefully it works. And again, I had an argument with somebody about this too. Is like if you're going for a championship team, like having a point guard, like I'd rather have Kyle Lowry because again he has more experience in these teams, going against these teams in a 7-game series. When you're going against a Philly, a Milwaukee, a Celtics, he kind of knows how to beat those teams more than a Terry Rozier that kind of only knows how to score and that's kind of the only way he knows how to affect the game more so. But again, we got to just see how it plays out when he's on the Miami Heat and what Eric Spoelstra demands of him and how he meets those expectations. So I definitely feel like it's a good trade, but is more left to be seen.
So just real quick before I let Seb go, you wouldn't have made the trade. You're the GM.
No. I would have made the trade, but again, it's going to be a lot of adjustments with the team.
Okay. All right, I'm not mad at that. Seb, your reaction to Terry Rozier being traded to the Miami Heat?
This don't move me at all. It's a calm pickup. You need to address a little bit more offense. But like getting a little spark plug because you're missing guys like Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, guys that brought like some type of offense too. But when you get a guy like Terry Rozier to average 20 points, that's something good to have. But are we talking about just to have on the team? That's cool. But to me, and I spoke about consistency and whatnot last week with you. To me, I'm looking at this Miami team like, it's championship or bust, bro. Like, because I'm looking at it now. It's just like, you've been in the finals 2 years in a row. Is this move really going to help you get over a hump? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, feel me? So when I look at it, too, I have questions, too, because at the end of the day, you can still get a guy that's another undersized guy in the backcourt with Tyler Hero. I don't know if it addresses your defense or anything like that. It moves you offensively. But is Terry Rozier enough, especially the season he's having? Can he be that guy that have a good impact to where, like, he could be an X factor in a series to, like, what we see in the past years, like Gabe Vincent's of the world's, Duncan Robinson's, even the Caleb Martins, guys that really enforce their will within a series to change the outcome of how a series can go, get you a playoff win. Can Terry Rozier did that? I seen him do it on the Boston Celtics, that year where they went to the conference finals without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. We seen Terry Rozier step up and be that guy, but can he duplicate that again to where it's just like, or maybe we have enough now to get over the hump to win a championship? So when I look at that, it's not a move that definitely is just like, this is going to add more firepower to the Miami Heat. Maybe they have this year. I'm not moved by that off the strength that now with the Heat, if you've been in the finals 2 years now, I want to see you win a championship. So the Heat expectation for me is more higher than what people might say, they have a Cinderella story, or no matter what seeding they could be in. And that's the point I was arguing with last week. No matter what seed they could be in, they still have a chance to make the conference finals. I want to see you win now. There's no more of that. Jimmy Butler's been there for like 4 or 5 years now. I want to see you win it all now. I know Pat Riley sitting there is just like, we don't hang banners up for getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, get to the finals. We hang banners up for championships now. So whatever moves you make here on out for this postseason, it has to result in getting to the finals and winning a championship. You got to get it done. There's no more babysitting the Miami Heat. There's no more, they're a team to be reckoned with. Gotta win it. Well, Stephen A. Smith, you got to get it done. No more excuses. You got to get it done, bro. And that's personally how I feel about the Miami Heat. Because if I'm going to argue about that, I'm not arguing that if they're great or not. Can they do this? Is Eric Spoelstra a good coach? I know what they're capable of, but I want to see what you can do. So whatever moves you make now has to benefit and you get it to the finals and sealing the deal this year.
Okay, I kind of feel like how Jalen felt because Kyle Lowry, just a much better defender. I seen the first game. I believe they played Boston. That was the first game to Terry Rozier.
Was it Boston or was the game before that?
No, his first game was against Boston, right?
I think they played 3 games already now.
No,
2.
I think, no.
It was Boston and today. It was his first 2 games.
I think there might have been a game before.
Yeah, there was a game before.
Because I think because he started that game, that Boston game, but he played.
He came off the bench for the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, they still lost 3 in a row.
Either way, I will hold on. The Knicks suck.
We just punched these niggas by 30.
The Knicks have not won.
We punched these niggas by 30.
The Knicks have not won since the fucking night with the 80s.
And the Heat hasn't won since LeBron James. What the fuck is your point?
that we still seen it in our lifetime.
You got to the finals and lost
bro.
twice, nigga. You have no banners, nigga. You and the Knicks have no banners, bro. So what are you talking about, bro? Stop talking to the point, they've been to the finals, bro, because we could go back to this argument, bro. They have not won shit, bro, in this era, bro. Besides LeBron James, where they two-peated, they have not won shit with this Bam and Jimmy Butler shit. So stop talking to me about this. Oh, they've been to the finals. Oh, they're for Team the Record to get back in there, nigga. They lost, bro. They don't have a banner. They don't have a ring. They have nothing to show for it but being in the finals, bro. Nobody's gonna remember them 10 years down the line. Oh, the Miami Heat went to the finals, bro, and they lost, bro. They don't remember you. Nobody gets remembered for losing, bro. Stop talking about that shit. They've been to the finals. Fuck all that, bro. If you're gonna get to the finals, win this shit, nigga, or else nobody gives a fuck about you, bro.
Yeah, damn. Goddamn. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's really a hardcore Knicks.
You see that, right?
Not even a hardcore Knicks fan.
No,
because he keeps bringing up the Knicks to me, bro. Talk about the Knicks suck, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. We're talking about the Miami Heat for a reason, bro. It's the same thing every time I argue about this team, bro. Oh, but the Knicks is... Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Nobody gives a fuck because the Knicks hasn't done shit, bro. They haven't been to the conference final. They haven't been to the finals, bro. And the same thing with the Heat. They haven't won shit, bro. So both teams is irrelevant to a sense, bro. You have not won, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about you until you win. Simple as that.
I talk that shit.
You done?
I talk that shit.
I stopped talking, then I go ahead.
Talk that
All
shit.
right,
Man.
so once again, the Knicks fucking suck as a franchise. He's over here dancing and hype because the Knicks beat the Miami Heat today. The Knicks are fucking mid, bro.
I could have sworn this.
I can't go. You want to talk, bro?
No, because
I'm
why
letting
you keep
go.
talking? Yo, what's this question about?
The question is about Terry Rozier.
All right, go
Does that
ahead.
mean I can't talk about the Knicks? I'm
You
asking,
do this
can I-
every time we talk about the Heat.
No, because you don't put really respect on their name, bro. It's like what they do. You're just like, oh, well, just win the championship. But with the Knicks, they win one round, and you're about to go in the middle of New York City and start doing the fucking Millie Rock. Like, bro, the Knicks are not a great franchise, bro.
Okay, but have they been to the finals within the past 2 years, bro?
Ooh, wait, what are you talking about?
The Knicks. Have they been to the finals
They
within this
haven't
past...
been to the finals since the 80s, bro.
Okay, so that type of celebration is like, oh, that's a phantom standpoint. We're talking about a team that's been into the finals, bro. You're in a different stratosphere. The Miami Heat are in a different stratosphere than the New York Knicks.
I'm glad you're saying that. I want you to keep that in your mind.
And I'm saying that. So
put
there's more
respect on them,
expectation
bro.
for the Miami Heat than there is for the Knicks.
Stop all these slick comments.
Is it not, though?
They still won three. They still lost 3 games straight. They still...
Is it not though?
Bro, the
I'm
Knicks
holding
are
the Miami
trash,
Heat
bro.
to a higher expectation than I'm of the Knicks. The Knicks is, I
The
bet New
Knicks
York is
are
winning.
trash.
All right, but the Knicks are winning, bro. They're
The
in 4th or
Knicks are
5th seed, bro.
trash.
That's a good thing to see after years of poverty, bro. That's a good thing to
Now
see.
we're
But
hyped
when we're
because they're
talking
the
about the
5th
Miami
seed?
Heat, when we're talking about the Miami Heat, a team that has
Yeah, the
championship
Miami
pedigree,
Heat.
a team
Here's
that's
the
under Pat
difference.
Riley, a team
Here's
that's
the
under Pat
difference
Riley, bro.
between-
There's
here's the
expectations, bro.
difference.
Is there
Here's-
not, bro? You think
Yo.
Pat Riley's content with losing, bro? Oh, Pat Riley's like, oh, we been to the finals twice, bro. Y'all lost, bro. You think Pat Riley gives a fuck if you get to the finals and you lost, bro? There's expectation for that team that has a championship pedigree culture, bro. So I'm gonna hold it to the higher standards in the fucking Knicks. Of course I'm gonna do that. The Knicks shit is a fandom thing. The Miami Heat, there's expectation. It's a culture, bro. It's about winning, bro. And when you
Okay, so are you saying the Knicks don't have expectations?
compared to the Heat, no.
Yeah, do the Knicks
no.
Thank you. All right, so now I'll move on with Terry Rozier. I want you to get that through your head.
All right, I never said there's any expectations.
Anytime, in my opinion, I feel you throwing these slick shots and all that,
shit.
I'm gonna talk about the New York Knicks. They fucking stink.
Congratulations. You
All
want
right,
a
thank
cookie?
you. So now
Like, what
back
the
to now,
fuck?
so now back to Terry Rozier. I was agreeing with you because I felt Kyle Lowry was just a better defender. To your point, in those playoffs here, they're gonna need him just to be that defensive anchor. You made that point, putting him in the backcourt with Tyler Hero. I think that's just nasty work. I don't think that backcourt is gonna be able just to withstand the offensive onslaught they're going to see in the playoffs from these top teams. So that's going to worry me. I think that he's going to have to get one more piece. Terry Rozier, like I think is a good, solid player. He definitely doesn't play off the ball. He definitely needs the ball in his hand. He likes to dribble a lot, create, do all the step back moves and all the fancy shit. That's cool. They're going to need him to be efficient in the playoffs. Pat Riley and them, they brought him in because they see the talent, but they're going to need him to be very efficient in the playoffs. All these long 3-point shots, bad 2-point shots with the shot clock running down, that's not going to be beneficial in the playoffs. So I'm eager to see if he's really going to buy into this Miami Heat culture, because if he does, I think this move will be great. If he doesn't and he starts going to the club, so acting like James Harden and all that, then
So what?
then it's just not going to work. So I can't really judge this off the regular season. I think it's gonna take them some games to figure out how exactly they want to work him in to the offense, especially being the starter, because he needs the ball. Like, look at their starting lineup. A lot of their players kind of need the ball. You got what's it? Who's the shooting guard again? I forget his name real quick.
Is it the Highsmith dude?
No, the starting shooting guard. I forget. Tyler Hero. Yeah, they need.
But who's the point now?
It's Terry Rozier. So I'm saying Terry Rozier, he needs the ball to create. Tyler Hero, he's best when he has the ball in his hand creating. Jimmy Butler can play off ball, but most of the time I want the ball in his hand in clutch moments. And Bam Adebayo, it seems like if he's not really engaged offensively, he kind of disappears. Like, I seen that kind of happen in the Knicks game today. He wasn't really getting all those touches. He didn't really have a huge impact, and they end up losing that game. So a team like the Miami Heat, I like to judge in the playoffs, and that's kind of why I always get into these arguments with you. I bring up the New York Knicks because I see you so hype about their regular season success when none of that matters. If the Knicks perform well in the playoffs, then I'll give them their credit. I know the last time these two teams met in the playoffs, the Knicks and the Heat, Seb, can you tell everybody what happened?
You could tell him, bro. Like,
no,
why are you so eager to make me tell him, bro? You tell him, bro. You're making your point, bro. Tell him, bro.
I want you to install that in your head.
Nigga, I know this, and I'm telling you already.
Doing all that, yell to the camera and say what happened. Yeah,
bro. No.
Okay, so like, the Knicks lost that series, bro. They could not get it done, but they had this great regular season, a better regular season than a Miami Heat. Once again, they got to the playoffs and did not perform.
Okay.
So you can do all these jumping jacks and all that. They just won today. What does that matter? No grand scheme of anything.
It's good for a fandom point of view, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You act like you can't, bro. If the Lakers win today, you be like, I bet, yo, the Lakers won. Like, feel me? Fans do that type of shit, bro, because they're happy, bro. We're talking about an organization,
the Knicks haven't won since
bro.
the 80s, bro. The Lakers won recently. The Heat won recently.
Miami, he has not won a championship since LeBron James was on this team, bro. Okay. So what I'm saying is, and if
in the modern era,
yeah, I think the point is like we're arguing about who's the better loser, like. No offense to the Knicks, but it's like
no, I'm not even arguing about that.
I'm just saying,
the Knicks are losers regardless because they haven't made no noise. But when I'm holding the Miami Heat accountable, I'm holding a team that's been to the finals.
And I see what you're saying, but it's like both of them having one championship. So it's like
rock on that. Hold both teams accountable.
The question was about the Miami fucking Heat, not about the New York Knicks.
Nigga, I write all the fucking questions. I know the question. Nigga, I write all the questions. I know the question.
What did the question ask?
Talk about the Knicks to you.
What did the Miami get with Terry Rozier, bro? What did it say? Does Terry Rozier getting traded to the Miami affect the fucking New York Knicks? It don't do shit for the Knicks, bro. Okay. We're not talking about the Knicks, bro. I'm talking about a team. I'm talking about a team.
Does that mean I can't talk about them?
Bro, you're holding.
Does that mean I cannot talk about them? All right, we can talk whatever we want to talk about up here. Have we not ever talked about a topic and then brought up a whole nother thing? Have we never did that? Oh, so now nobody know. Okay. Like, now nobody knows that we ever did that. Now this segment, the only time that we've gotten off topic. This is the only time, Seb. You're right. I'm wrong. You're right, bro. This is fucking stupid now. Like,
I'm just holding the Heat accountable. Every time I try to make sure that I'm rooting for the Knicks. I want them niggas to win, bro.
No, hold them accountable. Not just fan them. You can't move the goals for different. Hold them accountable.
Yes, I can, bro. A team that has more success in the recent years but hasn't got it done yet, bro. I'm going to hold you more accountable. What is the weight, bro?
Hold the Knicks accountable. Period.
We're not talking about the Knicks, bro. The question is about the Miami fucking Heat, bro.
We're talking about them right now.
Am I speaking another language here, bro? I got to keep asking this, bro.
We're talking about them right now.
No. I'll speak another language, bro, if you want me to say clear, bro. Because what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
You talking in Creole is not going to change the fact they haven't won since the 80s.
Bro, the question's about the Miami. I'm holding a team that's been to the finals. Like I'm saying,
right? The question. I know what the question is.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I'm holding a team that's been to the finals twice, which this question is about to a higher contemporary than what I'm holding the Knicks to because they've had more success than the Knicks within this decade, within the past 20 years, bro. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm a little bit more harder on the Miami Heat, though, because fucking Pat Riley holds this team to a higher standard rather than just losing in the finals, bro. That don't move this shit, bro. This Miami culture, if you ask a nigga, I could bring you Donis Haslam. His ass could be sitting right there, bro. Mm-hmm. Losing in the finals is not shit, bro. You have to get it done, bro. You have a guy in Jimmy Butler they call playoff Jimmy, bro.
Why can't the Knicks get it done? I don't know. You got anything else? You got anything else to say about Terry Rozier?
Nah.
All right, so we're gonna move on.
You win, bro. You just look me straight in the face when we talk about this and still acting. You win, bro. You win, bro. Congratulations, bro.
Talking about winning.
Nah, you win. You win.
I just want you to hold
You win. Charade. It's a parade.
All right, bro. So moving on to the next topic, the All-Star game coming up soon. The All-Star starters were announced. I believe in the West, LeBron, Jokic, KD, Luka,
And Shai.
and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In the East, Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid,
Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton.
Jason Tatum and Tyrese Halliburton, all respected players. They all deserve. They're all having great individual seasons. The reserves have not been announced yet. So I want everyone just to sort of give their West and each reserves who would they choose just based off their performances. I'll start with you, so go ahead.
All right, so for the East, I'm going to have to go with Jalen Brunson as well as Tyrese Maxey for my guards, Jalen Brown, Donovan Mitchell. Then I would have to go for, I believe it's the front court. I would have to go with Scotty Barnes, Julius Randle. I'm missing a couple names too. Shit.
That's
6.
yeah, that's 6 right there, bro.
Yeah, all right, so I got 2 more. Yeah, I'm missing
You
2 more.
got one more. That's
One more. I thought it was 8.
It's
8
7.
It's 7? Fuck.
because it's a roster
So
of 12.
who's the most deserving out of that? And shit, bro. As much as they suck, I gotta put Trae Young in there, bro. He's having a good season, bro. As much as the Atlanta Hawks suck, I can't ignore what Trae Young is doing, bro. He's actually having a solid season, bro. So I gotta throw you in there.
And Jalen, you want to say your East picks?
Yeah, I got Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brown, Bam Adebayo, Trae Young, and there's one more person that's missing. I forgot. Tyrese. I said Tyrese Maxey, right?
Yeah, you said Tyrese Maxey.
Fuck it, I put Paolo Banchero. I feel I had Paolo Banchero off my list, but
Wait, why though? That's not a bad pickup,
because
bro.
it's compared. Oh no, I'm wilding. Instead of Paolo Banchero, Julius Randle, bro. Because I just feel like stat wise, he's averaging like 22 and 7 compared to Julius Randle like 22, like 25 and like 9. I can't argue against that.
Right, so we all kind of have around the same people. Add on Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, Bam Adebayo, Paolo Banchero, and Trae Young.
No, Julius.
Julius Randle has had a decent season. They have one Nick there. It was either Trae Young or Julius Randle. I just think Trae Young just being that clear number one option, just trying to keep that team afloat with all the trading rumors and all that, still having overall solid season. I'm not mad at anyone that has Julius Randle, but I would just say Trae Young. Right, so but a big thing was that Jalen Brunson should have been a starter. Jalen, was he snubbed from being a starter over Damian Lillard?
Yeah, definitely. And when you look at like how it was ranked, like even the players ranked Jalen Brunson higher than Damian Lillard. The media ranked Jalen Brunson higher than Damian Lillard just because of they were tied in voting. No, they were like they had like identical numbers or something, and then like a fan vote overruled it. Like I get that's the rubric and how it is, but like he was ranked higher than Damian Lillard, so like he should be a starter.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. Seb, how'd you feel about that?
Hey, I feel like Jalen Brunson 100% got snubbed, bro. And this is no disrespect to Damian Lillard, but Jalen Brunson is having a great season compared to Damian Lillard. If it was going to be between Damian and Brunson, I mean, I can understand Halliburton starting because you have to put him in there because he's having like a phenomenal season within the assist and scoring and what he's doing for Indiana. But I'm looking at it. If we really going to put Damian Lillard in there, I would expect him to have a season like how he's having in Portland. This is like a regress season with him. He's still putting up relatively good numbers, bro. But I'm talking about just the real Dame time that we're accustomed to seeing. He has not been that, though. So when I look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, he's been everything that this team needs and more. Like, feel me, he's gotten better from even last year. He's shooting way more efficiently. The numbers up there. He's the main reason why the Knicks are winning, bro. I would have to put him over it. But you know how fan voting is, bro. People are more accustomed to seeing Damian Lillard. They know the logo, the Dame time, shit like that. So that's why, feel me, if you're talking about in the eye test and just basketball-wise, you would have to go with Jalen Brunson. But just feel me off of media and fan voting and just, what they want to see within the All-Star with the logo threes and stuff like that. Of course, you got to go with Damian Lillard, though. So, feel me, I feel like it was clear, obviously, that Jalen Brunson, but I'm not fully mad at it because at the end of the day, it's what the fans want to see. The All-Star game is not about, feel me, who's the best way. It's like, feel me, who meets the eyes, who gets the crowd going, all types of stuff. You want to see your All-Stars in that. So, shout out to Damian Lillard, though.
I walked in here today and Jalen Brunson was playing. He's having a great game. But I kind of said, who cares? It's because besides Knicks fans, just globally, Jalen Brunson is just not that popular as a player.
Right.
A lot of times with these starters, it may not even be what you're doing this season. It kind of be your career. Like Dame time is a trademark. Like how many times over the years we've seen him take teams out the playoffs,
Yeah.
just have
Crazy moments, history moments.
60-point performances. Like just last season, I think he had 61.
Yeah, 70 balls. Like, feel me? When
Yeah,
you look
like,
at it,
so he
logo
just-
shots and all types of stuff.
Yeah, like the little kids growing up, they
Yeah, that's all they know, so you can't even be mad,
If you're
yeah.
not from New York, you're not really buying a Jalen Brunson jersey.
Or you don't even really know. Like, still, the media's out there that don't really know because he doesn't have that moments that Dame Lillard
Right,
had.
and then
Dame
he
Lillard
doesn't-
almost has been like for like 10 years now plus, bro. Talk about half-court sidestep game winners, bro. Like, feel me? Like, but that's what I know Dame Lillard off of. But when I look at it this year, bro, I'm just like, is that really the same Dame time I'm accustomed to see? I know he had that game winner in Sacramento.
No, it's just weird because just to that point real quick, we just never seen him as a second option. When he first got to the league, if you want to say LaMarcus Aldridge was the first option and all that stuff, that's fine. But Damian Lillard has never really been just a clear-cut number 2. So we've seen that so many times. That takes a lot of adjustment,
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
especially your first year. Of course, everyone's gonna harp on it because it's like it's just in our face right now. Like you're
because
the
now the light is brighter. Now you're with a superstar in Giannis. So like,
No, yeah, but shout out to Brunson. I'm pretty sure he will be picked as a reserve. If he doesn't get picked as a reserve, then I'll say then they know I'll become a Knicks fan. If he does not get down, I'll become a Knicks fan. If he doesn't get picked up,
nah, you got drug test them. You got drug
I'm
test
just saying,
everybody.
He should be coming off the bench. So we can move to the Western Conference. Once again, their starters was LeBron, Jokic, Kevin Durant,
Shai Gilgeous,
Shai
Luka.
Gilgeous, and Luka Doncic. So off the bench, I'll just go first real quick. Had Ant Edwards, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Kawhi Leonard, Darren Fox, and Brandon Ingram.
So for me, I'd have to go Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Edwards, Paul George as well, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis. I'm missing Anthony Davis. Also.
No Curry yet?
I'll get to that
Oh,
point.
no, my bad. I thought
But
you about
it's-
even more. My fault.
Stephen Curry got to be in there. That's outrageous if he doesn't. And my last pick would have to be.
You got Fox, you got Ingram, you got who else in the West? Jalen.
That player pool is crazy.
James Harden, if you want to say it, like
Yeah. Respectfully,
shit.
respectfully, I wanted to say Harden, but I have to go with Darren Fox.
I'm about to say that because you have 3 Clippers on that team.
I mean, it's warranted though. Like, I wouldn't be mad if James Harden made it. I wouldn't be mad if James Harden made it though, because like what we're seeing though, like, feel me, all 3 of them could respectfully be like an all-star if they got off to the start early on in the season.
That's what I'm saying. If it was from game 1, I can't deny it. But the fact you kind of quit on the last team to start this year, that I'm just saying, like, that's a little nutty. But Jen, you didn't give your pick.
Yeah, I got Steph, Ant, Kawhi, Anthony, Paul George. I always blank out, but I said Steph, Ant, Kawhi, Paul George, Anthony Davis.
You got Booker,
I got Devin Booker, and I got Sabonis.
Sabonis,
No Kawhi?
over Fox.
I said Kawhi.
You said
Kawhi.
I have just Sabonis over Fox just position-wise because I just feel in that
Okay.
position,
Too many guards.
like he deserves to be an all-star because he's arguably top 3 center in the West. Like,
No, he's definitely been solid. But let me ask you, Jalen, Stephen Curry, first time not a starter, and what they said, like almost like 8 years, like something like that.
Yeah.
So how do you, just as a fan growing up watching Stephen Curry, always seeing him as a starter, pulling up from half court, he always puts on a show in the All-Star game. You just as a fan, did that make you feel a type of way?
no, and I actually think it's actually good because it's now we're going into like I really feel like the way Shai is having his season averaging 30, he's playing better than Stephen Curry. I really feel like he's gaining that popularity as he should, not even being in a bigger market like Oklahoma. Like I really feel like that's warranted. Like it made sense. Like
Right.
it made sense. Like.
Right. Okay.
Like
okay.
opposed to the Damian Lillard, Jalen Brunson situation.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel about like Jalen Brunson should have got that same kind of thing, like type thing. To me.
Okay. So, but the Warriors right now, I believe they're 12th in the West, right? Should any of them have? No, Stephen Curry solidified. Not saying he shouldn't have made it, but how much does that record should it matter?
It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, don't matter?
Because this is the All-Star game. It's the 24 best players of this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's not any other real guard within the West that really like has that much leaf over Stephen Curry. Like besides like Luka and like Shai, damn near Fox and Stephen Curry could be damn near tied right now in like feel me their production in this season though. So when I look at it, Stephen Curry's got to be in there because that's the strength of the history and the numbers that he's still putting up. I want to ask y'all this though, like feel me, the New Orleans Pelicans, they're like what 4th or 5th seed right now. Zion Wilson's having like a decent season. Do you think he gets a nod over Brandon Ingram, or Brandon Ingram has been the best player?
I don't think they do that. If anything, then he would have been a starter, like off fan vote, but off coaching. I don't think they're gonna do that. They will give it to Ingram.
And that's what I was like kind of saying earlier too, because specifically with the Pelicans, there's CJ McCollum averaging 22. So all of their Zion, Brandon, and CJ have identical numbers. So it's like there's no one shine like that's separate. So it's like if you make one an All-Star, you got to make like it kind of just it's weird to me. Like
no, I think
it's
they
just
might
weird.
look at maybe just who played the most games. I know McCollum missed some time. He had that crazy, and Ingram always with his foot has.
And also too, and it's like they're not consistent like great. Like it's either one person has a good game, they take turns, and it's just weird. That's why they act like that's why it is. But yeah,
because there's a lot of people I think that could be in that front court too. Like I think like a guy like Karl Anthony Towns too definitely might have been overlooked too. Because like he's still having a solid, like, he's still putting up numbers too. Where like comparison to all these other front court guys too, I feel like he definitely could be looked at. So I feel like the front court is really tricky within the within this All-Star reserves too. Because like even like. I say like the Utah Jazz line marker and start picking it up too. So I don't know who's really like definitively going to be within that front court, but I definitely want to see.
How you feel about Chet making it?
He wouldn't make it before 1B.
No, I'm just saying because they are, I think, number 1 seed as of right now, unless they got bumped down last night. But you know they're right,
they're right up there.
Seed. If you're the number 1 seed, should you not have at least 2?
nah.
Yeah, not definitely.
That's not automatic.
Okay.
I don't think Chet numbers move people to where it's like, oh, he's like, it's no doubt in his mind. Like, he's good. Like, feel me? He could have some all-star nods. Like, you know, maybe he deserves to be an all-star. But to definitively say that, like, he would at least have to have some type of numbers behind it to put him in that thing. But I would say the same thing for 1B. Like, he has, like, you know, like 19 for a rookie. I thought, like, I'm like, yo, this kid can make the All-Star this year. But I think the losing takes away from that. Because even if they was, like, somewhere in the plane, I think they would probably give him a little bit nod over, like, you know, a guy like Chet.
Okay. All right. Well, we're all out of time. That's going to do it for this episode of It's Debatable podcast. Make sure to continue to follow us on all social media platforms at It's Debatable _. Subscribe to us on YouTube at It's Debatable. Like, comment. Do all that great stuff. You may see us argue up here and curse each other out and all that good shit, but I love these two dudes right here. Well, not so much said, but Jalen right here.
Fuck you.
Good man right here. I like to get him tight. And what did I say last week I was going to do? I said
you got something for Jalen.
No, I said when Jalen comes back, you got to have a warm welcome because I'm going to make sure you get tight.
But the people probably watching it is like, yo, why y'all argue so much? Like, this shit has been going on before, we even had. This is like high school. Like, we've gotten to way more heated arguments. So the people watching at home, they probably like, yo, why y'all are like, this is just a regular day in the office. This is like school cafeteria. This is after school. This is like hanging out in front of the Chinese food spot. Like, niggas will argue anywhere about basketball. Basketball could get argued anywhere, bro. So this is like a regular day for us.
And until this season is over, I don't care how Sub feels. I'm talking about the New York Knicks. Anytime you bring up the Miami Heat, I don't give a damn. I'm going to.
So we starting up that rivalry.
No. So I'm just saying, and we could take it to the playoffs if they match. Or I'll make you a bet right now: the Heat make a part of the Knicks this year. How much you putting?
$100.
$100?
Yes.
Woo!
Let's start there.
Fine, yes, sir. All right, so we will keep you up to date on that bet. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.